Retired USS Cole Commander Kirk Lippold knows the sacrifice all too well. He joins me now along with former acting director of the National Intelligence, Ric Grenell. All right, Kirk, I'm going to start with you. You were on the USS Cole. You lost 17 on the USS Cole, and thereafter you were able to identify through intelligence who was involved, and you were able to apprehend 3 of the main players in terms of the attack on the Cole, correct?
Yes, Judge. Within days, the FBI and NCIS team knew exactly who had carried out the attack. They had found the safe house. They had found all the equipment. Then it was a matter of putting together the DNA, the explosive evidence, and the fiber evidence necessary to confirm that it was them. From there, that DNA evidence expanded out to where we knew the 3 principal conspirators were involved. Good. And over the years, 2 have been hit by drone strikes, and al-Nashiri is still down in Guantanamo Bay awaiting his trial by military commission.
All right. And the drone strike that the Biden administration is talking about hit very low-level people, a facilitator and a planner. They were not on the kill list. They were not individuals that they would even name, which tells us that they're not a high priority in terms of the kill. And so that's really not the answer to what happened, but it's just an action that the government took. So Ric Grenell, former head of the DNI, was that done, to kind of make Americans feel like, hey, we're going after them? Is that real in terms of what we need to do to get Americans out?
Well, look, whenever we can take out ISIS members, it's a good thing. It's very troubling that they wouldn't name who the people are. Obviously, that means they're very low level. But the fact is, Judge, this was not an intelligence failure. This was a political failure. We knew April that the Taliban was on the march. They were breaking the conditions that were stated, and we saw them take city by city. I don't understand that on July 1st, why we were pulling our troops when the Taliban was on the march. More importantly for me, somebody who served at the State Department for 10 years, why did our Secretary of State allow troops to be withdrawn, American troops and NATO troops, before he had cleared the embassy, before we had removed the local hires that had worked with us? This is unacceptable. I don't understand that when you're in a cabinet meeting that you don't speak up and you don't say, wait a minute, don't remove the U.S. troops and the NATO troops until I have Americans out. This silence from our Secretary of State is just absolutely atrocious, and he should really resign in disgrace for leaving Americans there and not speaking up in a cabinet meeting.
Well, all of them should, and I know, Kirk Lippold, you have spoken to that already in terms of causing people to resign. And we've even got some bills now to impeach starting Anthony Blinken. Kurt, is that correct?
We do, Judge. And right now, what it really comes down to is the chairman and vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as well as all of the heads of the services, met together in what's called a tank in the Pentagon. They got together. The plan was briefed on what they were going to do. They were told the risks. They chose instead to go to the president, acquiesce to his demands. None of them felt that we could do this safely, but yet all of them decided to comply, go along with the president. And now we have 13 dead. We have a number of Americans in jeopardy. They haven't even released how many Americans may have been killed and injured in the attack. So at this point in time, you're having a military failure as well as a political failure.
Well, and, and final thought to Ric Grenell, Donald Trump destroyed the caliphate. All right. Joe Biden ended up giving our enemy the treasure, which is a sad commentary. You agree, Rick?
Yeah. The thing for me, Judge, is that it's not bad or wrong to talk to the Taliban. The issue is, what does the Taliban hear? And clearly what they heard from Donald Trump is if they made a move, they would be wiped out. They didn't make a move. They didn't take city by city. But all of that changed when Joe Biden took the keys to the White House.
The whole world changed. Commander Kirk Lippold, Ric Grenell, thanks so much.